We are going to go on an adventure now through alchemical tools. We are going to be using the runes. We are going to go through the 7 fields of perception, and we are also going to use the hariknit. So we're going to combine a lot of yummy, delicious stuff in a very short time. So let's begin by, why don't you tell me what is the question that you're holding for guidance? And before you do that, let me just explain. The runes will provide guidance, but even more than guidance, this whole process, because we're moving through 7 fields, is we are creating new pathways of communication through the fields so that there's a true experience of multidimensionality and oneness. And as you're embracing that experience within, you're also producing oneness across the cosmos. And as you're asking your question, you're inviting the runes to support you in helping you become the embodiment or the answer to your question. So it's not just about giving you guidance and pointing you in a direction. We're actually going to be activating the exact qualities from each of these 7 fields that would be the most beneficial for you to become the new explorer, courageously navigating whatever it is that you began this call considering an issue. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay. So now you can describe what the question is.
Well, I guess the question boils down to simply, what is my best path forward in my work and in my business? I feel like I created a job for myself and trying to follow other people's blueprints and preconceptions of what it means to be doing and being a spiritual teacher. So it's coming back to, how do I do me? How do I do me?
I love this question. You know I would, right?
Right.
Because
how do I do
like
me and thrive and prosper and have fun and help facilitate change?
I am so eager to see what comes up here, and I'm glad that we're recording this because you are certainly not the only one holding that question. Therefore, let us invite now, everyone who we have met and yet to meet who is holding that same question so that they can receive the gifts of these runes as well. They will be clearly personally attuned to you, but everyone will receive something beneficial if they ever listen in. So first, I want you to tune into your question. I want you to tune in to how you've been holding this in your body, the whole breadth and width of it, the amount of time that you've been trying to figure this out, the amount of energy that you've expended trying to put yourself round peg into a square hole, the amount of judgment and self-judgment, and the amount of toll that holding this question has had for you. Anything coming up when I bring that up?
Oh, yeah. My neck is constricted. My eyes are tearing up, and I just feel like,
I know,
heavy, sick.
I know. Okay, so that's it. I wanted you to be aware that the reason that we want to do this today is because you've been holding that question from a dualistic perspective. And of course you have. What else have you had as an option? But in duality, every time you've asked yourself this question, you've moved further into density, into tension, into pressure and constriction. And just feeling that and leaving your mind out of it, you're aware now that as you're holding this question in density, you're trapping resources, okay, and you're also you're not in harmlessness. You're trying to figure out how to make things happen in a way that will be beneficial for you and for everyone else. And you're certainly caught up in all the bizarre paradoxical messages about money is important, it's not important. Here to save the world, here to focus on ourselves alone. Desire is good, desire is bad. I mean, all of that just comes up. It's just like you're in such a double bind, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And all of that has been weighing on you, and it's making it very difficult for you to know what you know. And I know that you are someone who effortlessly knows on behalf of other people. Mm-hmm. But everything that you're holding in your body is clearly making it impossible for you to effortlessly know on behalf of you.
Amen.
Not using your name. Okay. So you can feel how the channels of life force are clogged and the gates of abundance are shut down as you're holding the question the way you've been holding it. Right?
Absolutely.
The good news is you're never going to be able to hold that question in the same way again. Just ain't going to be possible after this session. So we're going to use the tool now, a tool that we all have inside of us. It is a tool to dissolve away illusion and density. And here's how we're going to use it. I want you to envision now, just bringing your awareness to your navel center. And just imagine that there's a funnel right in your belly button, and you can pour your consciousness into your navel through this funnel so that your consciousness goes through a short tunnel, and it moves through that tunnel, and it comes out to a sacred space that Almin calls the Hariknit. And what we're experiencing as you're landing in the Hariknit is you're on a beach of the black waters of Kali, the black waters of the mother that dissolve all illusion away. They have a special quality, and as we immerse you in that water, all the layers of density and trapped resources, all the programming and conditioning, memory imprints, psychic imprints from identities, projections, attachments, all of that get dissolved away. And all the membranes that reinforce separation and duality and polarity just get cleansed and opened up so that you can move back and forth between membranes. And that's what we're going to actually do. We're going to go through 7 fields, cleansing the membranes between the fields. So I want you to just envision yourself in this very sacred space, more warm, comfortable, embracing, and inviting than anything you could have ever imagined. A cosmic womb where you just relax and trust and surrender and feel the comfort and the nurturing and the support. The sun is not there. The sky is overhead, and it's studded with trillions of stars. And you can now just envision yourself walking into these waters. They are the perfect temperature, and you can see in the water and you can breathe in the water, but you're carried. If you just imagine yourself leaning back to float on your back in the dark of the night with the flickering lights all around you from the stars and their reflection in the water, you're just in that space of receiving. And as you're in this space of receiving, we're going to go on a journey through the 7 fields of perception. Some will be more familiar to you than others based on what you've already found yourself fascinated by studying in this lifetime. But we're going to make a grand connection between every field of perception. And I want to bring your attention now to this first wheel. You can see it, right? This first wheel on the top in the 12 o'clock position with the flowers?
I was still drifting on this beautiful water.
Okay, well, we're going to be able to keep your eyes open while you drift
and
stay as formless as you've been. But I want you to receive the gifts of each of these fields, and I want you to see the rune cards as they come up. So this first wheel is the wheel that represents the field of shamanism. I want to teach you how to allow yourself to drift into that field. I want you to simultaneously imagine being in this water, the Hariknit, but as you drop in the water, you kind of move through a huge ring that has that wheel on it, so that as you move through the ring, you're attuning to the field of shamanism. And shamanism is, of course, our connection with the world. It's where we are aware of our interconnectedness of life to the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom. And it's the sense of responsible stewardship to all of nature and the simultaneous perspective of adventure, that life here is an adventure. We are in the deepest density of the dream to have a grand adventure. And as we are in this world but not of it, we are able to bring illumination to matter. And as we do that, we release tremendous resources that had been trapped and make them available for regeneration and make them available to the environment, to ourselves. And so this is how we're here. In our full appreciation, we thrive and the environment around us thrives, and then we're in an upward spiral of greater aliveness to truly have confidence in the eternal adventure. The song of all the 96 runes in this field. Now, there is 96 runes in each of these 7 fields, adding up to 672. Each rune represents guidance and simultaneously an inner sense that we want to once again bring online. At one point, we had access to all of these 672 senses, and then we lost it, and now we're regaining these 672 senses. We're bringing them back online. So each rune is guidance, and it's also a quality for you to live and embody. And the first quality is in this field of shamanism. It is from the angel Nin Sarat. Do you see that card?
Yes, I do.
Okay, this is the gift of unity in diversity. And I'm sure you have some sense of what that must mean, but as we take that rune and we place it in your root chakra, we're moving beyond any cognitive understanding of unity and diversity to your true ability to experience and know the unity and diversity. And you can feel the connection to that field, our interconnectedness to the outer world. This is the first step that the runes are inviting you to know as you move through the becoming the embodiment of the answer to your question. So let's begin there, and then let's just keep moving. I want you to imagine yourself drifting down from the field of shamanism into the field of incorruptible white magic. And as we move between the fields, we are dissolving away, as I said, all memory imprints, all psychic imprints, all limits, all constrictions, all boundaries, all density that's been trapped resources. We're just dissolving that away to clear the membrane between the root chakra and the sacral chakra, between the field of shamanism and the field of incorruptible white magic, which is our connection to the etheric realms. And you have a deep connection, clearly, to the etheric realms, to the angels, to the elves and the fairies, and the star transmissions, and your ability to interact so adeptly with these realms has to do with your innocence, your harmlessness, your receptivity to their gifts. So they're here to remind us of our magic, to reveal that to us. And the more we allow that magic and start to live from it, the more they benefit, the hidden realms benefit. So it's a true relationship of harmlessness, reciprocity, and respect, where we move beyond cause and effect, seeking to get, seeking to control, into timelessness and innocence and joy, where we become the miraculous manifestors beyond all cause and effect. And as we engage with magic this way, as we remember it, we unleash layers of separation which revitalize the hidden realms. And moreover, our white magic benefits life on all levels. So the gift that this field wants to offer to you is in this card, Sil Vatu, the purity of mind and heart. So I want you to take that rune and place it in your sacral chakra, And right now, and this just happened in the card reading right before yours, which is kind of surprising, each of these cards that we're pulling is very connected to the field that we are describing. So this truly is an adventure for you through the fields, receiving one gift from each field that's going to culminate in kind of a symphonic cacophony of potential that's being unleashed. So the first one is unity and diversity, and the second is purity of mind and heart. Clearly, the more you know purity of mind and heart as not a trying for, but just a truth that you rest in, the more the hidden realms can gift to you. So let's move our attention, let's drift down a little bit more into this field. The third field is the field of healing through remembered wholeness. It's our connection to the body. And in this field, we tap into the ability to remember oneness and see perfection underlying all appearances. To know that in any moment we could focus on the appearances, or we can choose to look through our refined perspective and see the perfection. And as we make that choice, we use less resources. Choosing refinement uses less resources, which ends up creating an excess for body evolution and to reveal into our environment. And the song of all of the 96 runes in this field is the song of inclusive oneness. And the gift for you from this field is card 83 from Angel Gra Vanech. It is the calling. So place this rune into your solar plexus and hear this. You are being called by the universe to fulfill a task for the enhancement of life. Do not sidestep that which is before you. It is in fulfilling our calling that life's possibilities open to us. So rooted in unity and diversity, and knowing your purity of mind and heart, you can certainly rise into this calling. And drifting down now into the next field, which is the field of mysticism, our connection to our environment, our ability to know ourselves as the appreciative observer. As we appreciate, everything thrives. As everything thrives, we have more to appreciate. It's a simultaneity of being the appreciative observer and having aware participation beyond reaction and seeing opposites in our environment. It's the way to live as the courageous spiritual warrior on an adventure of purity of mind and heart, truly. And the song of this field and all the runes in this field, the song of cooperative surrender. And the rune that is being given to you is the rune from Klirasut, which is the rune of illumination. So take this into your heart, dear one. An influx of light is about to occur in your life. Take time to digest the insights that will be yours. It is a gift of grace that will bring changes for the better. So just take that into your heart. We're going to have time to discuss what comes up for you, but I love that you're just allowing all of these gifts one by one to be placed into your field. We're moving now from these fields that actually seem to have a density into the black light fields. The first black light field is here, the field of metaphysics. As you drop down into the field of metaphysics, as above, so below, as below, so above, we recognize macrocosmic and microscopic levels as inseparable and recognize our ability to live the impersonal archetypal life whereby we acknowledge flawlessness always. And the runes of this field sing the song of the dance of eternity. And the gift from this field for you today is the gift of Aras Arasavali. I will try that again. Arasavali. It's the gift of changing perspectives. Please take this into your throat chakra. The moment reveals its potential to the eyes of the poet or the awareness of the sage. So right now, in every moment, you are now receiving a new illuminated perspective. Every moment revealing its potential to one who sees from a purity of mind and a purity of heart in harmlessness. That is the gift that has been bestowed upon you from the field of metaphysics. And dropping into the next field, which is the field of godhood. And in this field, you know yourself to be the center of your life. This is where our divinity arises in full, unique expression beyond all programs or conditioning. So we have a perspective of being the self-confident, self-sovereign being that we have always been meant to be. And that's very paradoxical. So the song that these runes sing are actually the song of embracing the paradox. And the gift of these runes for you today, the restoration of balance. From Arsvanak Suvastra, the removal of judgments of opposites, of mind, heart, and spirit. So here, tension dissolving away. For without any judgments of the mind or the heart and the spirit, then you're free to be receiving the changing perspectives in the moment. So that has been the gift to you from the field of godhood, and a culmination now in this seventh field, the field of the unfolding journey, the perspective of achieved oneness through knowing all there is the self, and through the unification of all these chakra fields, permeating, blending, merging. The gift of this field for you is from the angel Huk Beretar. It's the gift of vitality, the free energy device of vision, unfettered by belief systems. So the free energy device means to be a generator of resources. From nothing to resources. That's the free energy generation. And that is now being placed in your crown chakra, unfettered by the belief systems. And in the field of godhood, we just move some of those out. You can see the cards are listed here. Each card, its angel, as you hover over it, the field. I'm going to send you a link to this spread so you can read it, you can print it, you can click here to show the cards and click to close the cards, spend more time with each of these, and see that this is actually an alchemical equation, rooting you in unity and diversity, allowing you to remember and to live from the truth that you have a purity of mind, of heart, especially as you have received the restoration of balance. Your mind and heart is even more pure, knowing that you are being called by the universe to fulfill this task, and that you are receiving illumination, changing perspectives, restoration of balance, and the vitality. That's what you asked for. How do I do this in a way that allows me to thrive and prosper and to be in delight and joy instead of being burdened, instead of feeling the pressure and the tension, instead of having to strategize and control and to make life happen? So what comes up for you? If you're comfortable sharing on this recording just a little bit about what comes up for you.
I felt this was really very powerful. They definitely speak to me. I could feel each one of them. I could feel the wheels. I could feel the each rune that came in. some of them came in and felt a lot more powerful than others, and the one that was in my throat chakra and third eye and crown, I felt a lot of emotion, which I thought was interesting. From those chakras, it was almost like they were being liberated.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all.
Oh, of course it does.
So the others, it felt good as they were going in. It was interesting. The one for the sacral chakra kept wanting to go into the solar plexus.
Oh, okay.
Keep asking it to go back down, drop down, but it kept wanting to go there. But they just felt good. The other ones, the throat, the crown, and the third eye chakra, were really intense. And I'm still really emotional over it because I've always felt that I have this calling, and I keep feeling like I'm messing it up because I'm not sure how to do it, how to do me.
Well,
I know how to do other things.
I know. So can you feel how much these cards are saying to you?
Yes.
Just relax into this. You can't get it wrong. You have the purity of mind and heart. You have the calling. The illumination is real. We are giving you a restoration of balance. We are helping you see that the vitality is inside of you. You don't need to chase after it in the outside. So I'm going to stop this recording. We've gone through most of what we wanted to discuss.